But, I guess that could work too. You know,
Listen, good, bad, I'm hungry. I hunger.
for the
Give me some
news.
news juice.
Yeah, and if you like news juice this much, hey, you should subscribe and follow us
Absolutely. Subscribe
and
to our YouTube channel.
yeah, you should do all those things and comment and help feed us to algorithm so we can
Yeah.
so we can get spread amongst the stars. Yeah.
Unlike what director Hideki Kamiya would like you to do with the Wii version of Okami.
Yeah, no, so he had a pretty like kind of harsh take about this. Uh so
Yeah.
so speaking of Capcom and Okami here, uh director Hideki Kamiya has told players he doesn't recommend the Wii version of the game. It was originally developed by
Yeah.
Clover Studios on the PS2. He served as the director. But the
Mhm.
game was released on the Wii 2 years later and ported by a studio called Ready at Dawn. And that it was kind of seen as the best version of the game because instead of painting with an analog stick, you painted by moving your hand. Like that's how you use the celestial brush. Um, Ready at Dawn
But he
talked
don't
about the
like it.
challenges of the port. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
I said, but he don't like it. He didn't make that version. That's not his.
Yes, that is not his. And they said that Ready at Dawn said they had to reverse engineer the game, and Kamiya was not happy about this.
Yeah.
A follower sent Kamiya a message on X telling him they started playing Okami HD on PC. The follower asked me if he recommended playing the Wii version instead of playing the PC version. And he says, the Wii version is not the original. I made the PS2 version. If you're going to play it now, the best version is the HD version. Personally, I don't want you to play the Wii version.
So he says, don't play it.
I'm like,
And
wow.
I think I understand this take. I think I understand this take because deep in his soul, Okami was at one point, like all games made by game makers, his baby. And you have very strong opinions when you work so hard on something like that about little things that other people probably don't notice.
Mhm.
That I feel like don't come out of the woodworks until people really spend like a long time analyzing your game years later. Uh, I think a good example would be Halo Anniversary when it came
Mhm.
out.
Yeah.
How like people were like fine with it when it came out. And like in hindsight, it's just a downgrade from Halo 1. It looks worse. It's a worse looking game because they didn't capture the spirit of the original art direction in their designs across the board there. And I think there's probably a lot of things in the Wii version of Okami that Hideki Kamiya looks at and feels that way about. That being said, I believe you have played Okami and I
I
haven't.
have. So one, you should play those games. If we had time, I would say we should do a let's play of that game because it's
Yeah.
spectacular. Um, so for a
I've had
long
it
time,
described to me as 3 Legend of Zelda games, just like subsequently after each other.
yeah, it's a pretty good. Like, it's three 3D Zeldas with like a really dope lore and art style, all
Yeah.
mishmashed together. Um, and the thing about that game is, I played it on the PS2, and I played it on the Wii, and I've played it on the PS3. And so I'm kind of so I actually think the PS2 version is the worst version of the game.
Oh. So
Um,
Hideki Kamiya has to kill you.
yeah, probably. He probably would not be pleased with me saying this.
Right.
And the reason I say that the PS2 version of is the worst version of the game is because that game in HD looks incredible. Like it looks super
Mhm.
crisp, but like playing that game in 4K on my PS5 or on my computer is like, whoa, holy crap.
I
Because
mean,
I
the
do
thing I
have,
know most about the game is that it's very pretty.
yeah, like that game benefits from HDR so unbelievably hard.
Mm.
So yeah, so there's that, and then I think just that game with motion controls fits really well. I think the
Mm.
painting, like drawing the circle, drawing the whatever with the Wiimote is actually like genuinely really goddamn cool. So I agree with him that if you're gonna play it today, yeah, like I would probably play it on PC or a modern consoles because that's what has the really good frame rate and the really pretty visuals. But like if you're
Right.
gonna go back to one of the SD ones, like yeah, dude, do the Wii one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get that he is proud of his baby, and he should be. That game is awesome. But this is a way that they improved your baby that was not possible on the PS2. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's Ready at Dawn did a really good job there, though. Uh, it was. I'm not sure if you remember this controversy back then when that thing came out.
Hmm.
It had it had an IGN watermark on the box.
I had heard this. I had heard that it notoriously had an IGN watermark on the box.
Yeah, so they have
How
this
did that happen? What is the deal with that?
they apparently made the box art for the game, and it like they had probably pulled it from IGN when they were
They
getting the
just ripped it.
assets. Yeah, and they just it
They
has a
didn't
watermark.
leave any of the original art behind. I have to find the original art. It's on the IGN website, and and they just rip it.
Yeah, now to be fair, you really got to look for it. Like, hold on, let me pull up the image here. Like you really got to look for it. But yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
There you go. You got that old IGN logo. Uh,
That's hilarious.
yep. Uh, you know, it's it's really good.
That is pretty good.
I don't know. It seems like that was done at a studio that did not have a lot of money at the time. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, you like they described, they had to reverse engineer the game
yeah.
because they were evidently not cooperated with when it came to porting it.
Yep.
And I mean, Kamiya clearly feels something about that, and that might not even be from a creative perspective. It might be that he just hates those guys.
She's like, "How dare you touch my baby? How dare
Not
you?"
even just what if he like had a weird argument with one of them in an office and now he hates it forever. That's a possibility. We don't know these people.
That's true. And I mean, to be fair, I mean, he was. I want to say he was out of Capcom and Clover's by the time
Yeah.
these dudes were doing that port. But that's still like, and also Kamiya is like known to be quick to block people on Twitter. So who knows? He might be that way in real life. We don't know.
I just think that's the funniest reality in which Kamiya just really hates a guy and doesn't want you to play the game on the thing that guy touched.
Yes, like no, fuck him. I don't care if it's good. Fuck him. Fuck this one
Do the
guy in
worst
particular.
one to fuck that guy over. I hate that guy.
Yeah. I can see Hideki Kamiya as petty. I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of proud of how petty he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's talked to people at conventions about like he's like, I love how big my block list is. It's good.
I want to meet that man. He is like
Yeah, he'd be a good
on
one to meet.
he's on my list of like developers I would love to sit and interview.
Yeah.
Um um
Speaking of Ready at Dawn, though,
yes, speaking
uh,
of the